Sign up for WynnBET Sportsbook at WYNNBet.com today using promo code BLUEWIRE to get up to $1,000 toward a risk-free sports bet. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBET.com. Must be 21 or older and present in the state where playthrough WynnBET is available. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
Does this sound familiar? You've got one device that lets you catch the game live, another that lets you stream your favorite shows, you're watching sports highlights on your phone, and you've got your neighbor's best friend's login for the good stuff. Well, I want to tell you about a simple way to get all that entertainment you love without the hassle, and a great way to finally get your TV together. It's called DirecTV Stream, and it brings you live TV and on-demand favorites together like never before, so you can watch your favorite sports, movies, and shows all in one place. That means no more juggling remotes and no need to buy another device ever again. And the best part? There's no annual contract. So get rid of the clutter and the confusion and get your TV together with DirecTV Stream. You can learn more at directtv.com. That's directtv.com. Compatible device required. Content varies by package.
What's shaking, man? I'm Rockin' Ronnie, former backup drummer for the Whoopsies. Here at my store, still relevant music supplies. Just letting everyone here in Garden City, Kansas know, yes, we're still in business, and no, I haven't killed myself because of my failures in life. Not just yet. Here at Still Relevant, we have all of your instrument needs, but none of that sampling and computer garbage. Like, what happened to the good old days when GarageBand was just a bunch of guys getting together and playing music in their mom's garage? Now anybody with a computer is all of a sudden Dr. Drake, or whatever they call him. Leave computers to those virgins in the IT department. You know how you really get laid is by picking up a Fender Telecaster for only $899.99. That's a great deal that you can't compare to anywhere else, since every other music store in the area went out of business 10 years ago. So what if Logic Pro offers 65 gigabytes worth of digital instruments to choose from, on top of giving you all the tools you need to produce a good song all in one reasonably priced package? All you really need is a $1,000 acoustic guitar and an old 8-track recorder, and then you just sit under that big tree on campus and the ladies will be wetter than Hurricane Katrina. Also, we're the only business that I know of that low-key sells overpriced, old, dry, kind of okay weed in the back room, so you can get all inspired and stuff for your big project. Just ask this loyal customer here. I was just looking for some weed. I didn't really come here for any instruments. You didn't come here to start your musical journey? No, I have a MacBook and it's 2020. Listen, man, if there's no weed, I have to go. I have a date with my high school English teacher. She finally finished menopause and I'm trying to hit it for that A. So, wait. I'll give you $20 off on a $1,500 keyboard that probably won't even fit in your cramped studio apartment. No, just the weed. Okay, fine. Come with me to the back. Music stores are still cool, I promise. It might take years to learn how to play the guitar, and only 1 or 2 YouTube videos to learn FL Studio, but nothing beats the blood, sweat, and tears of a real instrument. Tell all those Travis Scotts and Da Babies to keep their auto-tunes and their 808s and get yourself some real equipment at Still Relevant Music Supplies. Yes, we sell weed, and yes, that's the only thing keeping us financially afloat.
Thinner, shinier, slipperier, pricier. It's the same phone you know. Literally nothing has changed. You could skip this one and you wouldn't even be left out, but we make you feel obsolete somehow anyways. The new iPhone 12XCS. The greatest iPhone that ever existed. The greatest thing to ever be created. Move over, Jesus. Step aside, Muhammad. The iPhone 12XCS 3656969 is here to fucking wreck the competition.
Wanna meet me at the bar?
Yeah.
Starting at $100,000.99. In the United States, education is already so expensive. Kids are going into thousands of dollars of debt, yet they are expected to still pay for the necessary means to party, such as a kegger or some good dank kush from Topher down the hall. While the president golfs and jokes around on Twitter, millions of college students will be unable to have a good time this weekend with the boys. Is this the America that you said would be great again, Donald Trump? For just the price of an eighth of weed and a 30 rack of brews, you can make sure me and the boys have a lit-ass weekend. No one should have to suffer when others are getting so boofed up. Help us. And also, the guy-to-girl ratio is pretty weak right now, so if you know any girls, bring them over. This has been paid for and sponsored by Alpha Delta Sigma. Ladies and gentlemen, the Short News Podcast with your host, Alex Madore.
What you're asking for has got a powerful price.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Short News Podcast. Wow, alright. I'll take it.
Do it!
Oh my god.
Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams.
What?
Yesterday
What?
said tomorrow.
What are you-
So just do it!
We got an
Make
audience
your
member
dreams come true.
who's getting out of
Just
control.
Do it!
Dude, it's okay. It's okay.
Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it.
Oh my
Nothing is
God.
impossible.
Are you
You
done?
should get to the
Oh.
point where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there.
Oh my god.
No, what are you waiting for?
What? I'm trying to do a podcast
Do
here,
it!
dude. Well, I am. I am.
Just
I can't
do
when
it!
you're
Yes, you
talking
can!
over me. No, I can't.
Just do it!
Are you done? Can I start?
If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up.
I mean, I was about to give up, but are you done? I think he's done. Okay. Well, anyways. Welcome to the Short News Podcast, the show that Joe Biden falls asleep to. That's not a fact, so don't cite me in anything. But I hope you had a good weekend. It's important to relax a little bit. I was doing a lot of promotion for the podcast this weekend. Also made a couple TikToks, one of which I'm very proud of. I've been making fun of hip-hop a little bit. Let me just adjust my seat really quickly. So yeah, I've been making fun of hip-hop a little bit. You know, the hippity-hoppity. Only because I listen to it most of the time. Whenever I'm listening to music, it's mostly just rap. It's because that's what the algorithm wants me to listen to. And it's enjoyable. But anyways, I made these TikToks about rap producers before they add the auto-tune and what they hear when rappers like Future sing without the auto-tune. So I'll show that to you since I thought it was pretty well done here. So there's that one, and there's this one. And then there's this one.
I'm too sexy, so I swear
And then this was the first one I did. Future, please don't kill me. That's what I've been up to this weekend. It's really it's really fun to play around with the voice effects. The app that I'm using is Voloco or something like that. But if Future ever sees these, he's probably gonna feel pretty insulted. But whatever. There are people out there who say Future doesn't actually do drugs and never sold drugs or any of that stuff he raps about. But listen, I don't know how legit that source is. It was probably some like white kid at my college. So that's probably where I heard that. But I like his music. I just think it's funny to imagine what it sounds like without the auto-tune. I would pay money for those files, but I don't have that amount of money to afford those files. Anyways, there's some current events we need to talk about. So today is Monday, meaning it's the day of the deadline for healthcare workers in New York to get vaccinated before they get fired for not doing so. New York is expecting shortages in healthcare workers because of this, which is a continuation of the issue they were having a couple of weeks ago, where one hospital was unable to deliver any babies. They had to shut that operation down, because there weren't enough vaccinated nurses. The anti-vax movement is still going strong. Strong enough where there are healthcare workers who are willing to lose their jobs over this shit. And I'm exhausted from talking about vaccines all the time. The people who listen to this show, I definitely think, have gotten vaccinated. And you guys are great for that. But there's too many people who still think they know better than the epidemiologists and the vaccine experts. Nicki Minaj, for example, or some of the people I know on the internet who are being ridiculous and spreading misinformation. Someone I know is still spreading bullshit on TikTok. I don't know what there is to even do about that. TikTok does their best, I think, to police this kind of stuff. They suspended someone I know for a couple days, but the moment the suspension was lifted, they were back to posting anti-vax nonsense. This shit is harmful to society. The person is legitimately damaging society, endangering other people with this false information. And these nurses who won't get vaccinated, fuck them. They shouldn't be allowed to work in the medical field if they're going to act like vaccines don't save lives. The people perpetuating this bullshit can't be rewarded for doing this. They just can't. So getting them fired is the least that should happen. And now there's booster shots. Certain people are now able to get those, mostly the elderly and other vulnerable people. I want to get one as well, even though I'm not an old person. I still go into the city all the time for school. I'm not really trying to get sick. Being sick is the worst feeling. Even if I'm not going to die, the shit I hear about COVID is not worth taking risks. I smoke a lot of weed. I need my lungs for that. So maybe the booster is something I need to try to get very soon. Of course, you have the anti-vaxxers saying, why do we need boosters? No other vaccine requires boosters. Well, genius. No other vaccine released to the public so far has the mRNA technology that this one does. And this specific type of vaccine needs a booster. Not all vaccines are the same fucking chemical makeup. Otherwise, oh my god, otherwise they would all just be polio vaccines.
you fucking idiot. I cannot stand the way people take a small amount of information and then make up 95% of the shit that they say next based on that one small bit of information. Once again, get vaccinated. Don't be stupid. Don't kill your grandma. It's not worth it just because you want to feel right about something. So that's my little vaccination talk for the day. Let's talk about something else. Currently, police are still searching for Brian Laundrie. The FBI has a warrant out for his arrest. No one knows where he is. At this point, he could be anywhere. And the dude was known to hitchhike, if I'm correct. But here's my issue. How is anyone able to hide for this long in the 21st century with all the technology that we currently have at our disposal? Like, he's going to have to use something that's connected to the grid, like an ATM or a phone, or have to go like somewhere to eat or sleep or speak to someone. They just need him to slip up one time. And now Dog the Bounty Hunter has joined the search for him. Now this is becoming a fucking circus act here. What qualifications does Dog the Bounty Hunter actually have? And I'm surprised he's actually going after a white dude this time. That's crazy. Listen here, brother. We're gonna find this laundry guy, and I'm not gonna I'm gonna tackle him or some shit because I'm not a cop, and that's pretty much all I'm allowed to do is maybe like tackle someone's legs. That's about it. The cops should be like, no, dog, go home. We don't need your help. But imagine Dog ends up being the one who finds him. Then I'm gonna feel like such an asshole for saying this on recording. The authorities, the real authorities, are currently looking through a swamp to try and find Brian Laundrie. They're saying there's no way anyone would survive this swamp, so they're assuming that if he's in there, then he's dead. I don't know, I'm not a psychic and I'm not a betting man, but I feel like he's still on the move. And it definitely looks like Laundrie killed Petito. Everything is pointing towards that. So him being alive right now depends on if he feels any guilt and how guilty he feels about what he did. So Gabby Petito's funeral happened, and again, I really feel bad for her family and what they're going through. Brian Laundrie needs to be found alive because he can't kill himself and get out of this so easily. There needs to be justice. So that's the short update on the Petito case. I hope we find out more soon. There's something else that has come to my attention recently in my exploring what the internet has to offer. The app from 2014, Yik Yak, has returned from the dead and is now on the App Store once again. And I was pretty excited, not going to lie. That is until this weekend, when it seems like all of the conservatives within a 5-mile radius discovered the app and started posting angrily all over the timeline. The app isn't fun anymore because of that. Literally 90% of the posts are angry conservatives posting the most fucking horrible things. And then the other 10% is normal people being like, stop posting political shit. I just want to talk about titties and chicken wings. I couldn't agree more with that sentiment. I don't know why the conservatives showed up all of a sudden, but an anonymous posting app doesn't seem to be something that can, work in our current society because of political unrest like this. It sucks because I used to be on Yik Yak all the time when people were only talking about drugs and girls. Now it's become a continuation of Parler, except you don't know who anyone is who's posting, so there's zero accountability. People on there are literally telling others to kill themselves all the time. So that's cool that we can't have nice things anymore. Okay, so speaking of nice things, Facebook just released Ray-Ban stories, sunglasses, or glasses too, I guess, their version of Snapchat spectacles. I don't know why people think camera glasses are cool. I had the spectacles because I thought they were going to be cool. This was like 2017. They're fucking stupid. They can only record like 10-second videos that are circular. They're a circle. Not even a square, a circle. Which, why would I want circular videos? Not my best investment. And people don't feel comfortable being recorded by sunglasses. That's fucking sketchy. Where are you gonna use these? You know who they're good for? Karens and people who are up against Karens. That's when I think they could be super convenient. It's a pain in the ass to have to whip out your phone and hit record. So that's where these glasses do have a benefit. I just personally don't see any good use for it. Also, I don't use Facebook for much at all, other than updating my podcast page and seeing what my English teacher from high school has to say about things. So I won't be getting these glasses. They are of no use to me. But if you get them, then let me know how they are, and if I'm completely wrong on what I'm saying about them. Speaking of completely wrong on what they're saying, we have Senator Ted Cruz back in the spotlight, appearing multiple times on Fox News to shit on the Biden administration the way he shits on a toilet in an outhouse because his family won't let him inside. My kids don't call me Dad, they call me Ted. So I have a couple videos here to talk about, and this is going to be how we get our political news for today, straight from Ted Cruz's weird mouth. Ted Cruz accuses the State Department of trafficking child predators. That's a wide claim. Wow.
Because Trump also left them secure borders, energy independence. We didn't have inflation. We had low gas prices. So that is one big lie. And I'm glad you called him out on it, Senator. Never in my lifetime, Senator Cruz, did I think we'd abandon Americans behind enemy lines when we had months and months and months observing and watching with our intelligence community.
Wait, what are we talking about? Leaving Afghanistan? Okay, we've talked about this before. The people that were left behind had multiple warnings. Like, hey, we will pay for your exit. We will pay for everything to get you out of there. But in 5 months or however long, we're going to be evacuating everybody. So you should probably get out. The people that are still there are there by choice. They didn't listen. They didn't listen. So it's not like we didn't try to get them out. So what Sean Hannity is saying here to Mr. Blobfish, Ted Cruz, is absolute horseshit, and I can't wait to see what Ted Cruz has to say.
This is not an intelligence failure. I've been told repeatedly by many sources, telling them they're on the march. We could have safely extracted and withdrawn every American, every Afghan ally, and all our military equipment. This is beyond incompetence to me. Your thoughts?
Well, I think that's exactly right. This is the worst foreign policy disaster in a generation. And it was really two things that drove it. One, radical ideology. These guys are naive. They think they're in a college faculty lounge. They think that...
What? They think they're in a college faculty lounge. I used to hang out there myself, trying to look like I fit in so I could get in cool with the students. I don't know what I'm saying.
Taliban wants to be welcomed.
I need to warm up. It's like 8 in the morning right now. I'm currently drinking my coffee. my improv isn't really on right now. I'll try my best. I'm trying to, warm up the voice a little bit. I have no testicles. I have no testicle. Okay. How's that? That's good? Is that good? Where's my snare? I have no snare in my headphones.
And embraced at the UN coffee bar. And number two, manifest incompetence. They combined the two with a series of decisions that were just disastrous. Abandoning the Bagram airfield, it has no justification. 100 years from now, Sean, at the War College, they're going to teach abandoning Bagram, 2 secure airstrips, a secure perimeter protected from terrorist attacks, and we gave it to the Taliban, moving our evacuation instead to the Kabul International Airport, a dense urban environment controlled by the Taliban. That cost the lives of 13 servicemen and women. They didn't have to die. If we'd been at Bagram, there's a very good chance
we're still talking about the 13 servicemen and women. Wait, let me at least he's being inclusive and not just calling them servicemen. That's a big step for Teddy. See, Teddy, I'm getting progressive and I don't even realize it. How many people died? People died during the whole time U.S. was in Afghanistan. U.S. military casualties in the war in Afghanistan. So military casualties total 2,401. So like 13. Yeah, 13 is bad, but like 2,401 is worse. And how many civilians died? Here we go. Afghan civilians. He's destroying lives, bombings, killings. About 241,000 people have been killed in the Afghanistan and Pakistan war zone since 2001. More than 71,000 of those killed have been civilians. And you're going to tell me, Ted, that 13 servicemen and women that volunteered to do their job, which they knew is dangerous, is somehow worse than 71,000 innocent civilians whose home country that we invaded to spread our freedoms. America just came in there and jizzed bullets all over the place. Yeah, I'm saying it. Because that's what it is. We just fucking bomb cum shot all over a fucking country, dude. Horrible. And Ted Cruz is like, oh, but the 13 servicemen and women that knew that what they were doing and knew that they were volunteering to go in with guns and risk their lives. Oh my God, those poor, they didn't know what was coming. What about all the drone strikes? What about all the people we've killed? And yeah, you could be like, oh, Obama did that. Okay, yeah, but Ted, you were there. You were fine with it. You're fine with us killing civilians as, like, just collateral damage. Whoopsie, accident. Whoopsie, it was an accident. We killed 71,000 people, but 13 of our people weighs much more on me than 71,000 people from a different country because I have no empathy. I have zero empathy. I feel like my empathy was in my testicles, which I do not have.
Secure perimeter would have kept them alive. This was incompetence, and it was radical ideology. And I'll tell you, Sean, Blinken had 2 admissions today that were really significant. Number one, I asked him flat out, is it true that the Biden administration gave the Taliban a list of Americans and a list of Afghans we wanted out? And after he hemmed and hawed, he finally said, yes, we gave them a list. That is terrifying, and it may very well have functioned as a kill list, putting them in harm's way. And then secondly, I asked him if it was true, the reports, that there had been a number of Afghan refugees, Afghan men, who came with little girls who they claimed were their wives. Were they facing child brides of little girls being sexually assaulted, being raped by grown Taliban men? Again, Blinken said yes, the U.S. State Department was effectively trafficking child predators and children. In both instances, he refused to answer the follow-up question, how many names did you give the Taliban? How many children are being sexually assaulted while the Biden administration is bringing them to U.S. soil?
I don't think... Are we doing... I don't think we're doing that. Let me fact check that. Is Biden trafficking... Afghani children. I don't know what to search for that. Like Donald Trump Jr. Okay, well, this is fucking ridiculous. Donald Trump Jr. accuses Biden of abetting child sex trafficking from Afghanistan. Donald Trump Jr. slammed President Joe Biden in a Saturday morning tweet accusing the commander-in-chief of aiding and abetting child sex trafficking from Afghanistan. So after the Associated Press reported that there are concerns among U.S. officials that some older Afghan refugee men potentially brought their child brides or other young women that they sexually abused when they were evacuated from Kabul. Yeah, no, that is definitely a legitimate concern, but to blame that on Joe Biden specifically, I think is a little ridiculous, you know? Like, that is something that we definitely need to combat and vet, and it definitely needs to be heavily addressed. I agree on that. It's a huge concern, but Joe Biden isn't like, all right, Jack, I need you to go and traffic these kids. Like that. No, that's not what's happening. We're trying to get people, as many refugees or we were trying to get as many refugees out of Afghanistan as we could, because shit was about to go down. And you know what? We fucked up in a lot of places. We did. We fucked up in a lot of places. The U.S. government, the Biden administration is not like, you know what? Yeah, let's aid and abet traffickers. They're thinking, no, let's get out people that like have helped us out throughout the years. Do I think that they should now check up on the people that they brought here? Maybe that could be a good thing to do. But Ted just needs something to blame Joe Biden for. I think he comes on Fox News and he just, as though Joe Biden is doing anything. As if Joe Biden is making any major decisions by himself. No. He's 78 years old. Everybody knows he's pretty fucking demented. There are other people making the decisions. Joe Biden is just the meat puppet. So Ted, actually do something about the problem instead of just, oh, Joe Biden, this is why he shouldn't be president. This is why he shouldn't do this, and he's doing this, and I'm going to complain about it, but do absolutely nothing about the problem other than come on your show for screen time so everybody can see my horrible face, so then I can get roasted on the Short News podcast and on other people's shows like Hassan Piker's stream. You know, I feel like that's just bound to happen. But I do nothing. I truly do nothing about it. I just complain. Joe Biden isn't doing shit. That's the funniest thing.
I am aghast hearing you describe it, Senator, but they keep referring to the Taliban as professional and businesslike. Professional and businesslike. How could they not understand these are terrorists? They're now out there. We're chronicling beheadings. We're chronicling torture and literally ripping nails out of people's hands before shooting them in the head. And hunting people down and beating women in the streets and child brides. It's only the beginning, and no affirmation. They still don't know how much.
What is it with people, like not just the Taliban, but all those celebrity pedophiles like Drake Bell and that Corey in the House guy? Like, what is it with all these people, all these dudes that just want to fuck kids? Like children, dude. Why? Like, there's that many pedophiles out in the world. Think about it. Somebody that in your friend group or your coworkers or whatever, like your peers, is a pedophile. Just letting you know. Like somebody is a pedophile. I'm not telling you who, because I don't know you. Imagine I'm like, your friend Jim. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you specifically about your friend Jim. He's into some weird shit, man. You gotta check out his hard drive when you go to his house later. No, I mean, like, there's just so many out there. It just seems like there's this whole child bride thing that he's talking about. Like, holy shit, why do they want that? You realize a child can't cook and clean for you. They want to, like, draw with sidewalk chalk. And I don't know, what do kids do? Do kids even do that anymore? I'm, like, dating myself here. They want to, I don't know, they want to play Easy Bake Oven. Is that even a thing anymore? Jesus Christ. I was a kid so long ago. They want to do kid shit. Don't you want to be married to somebody that actually wants to be with you? What is it with these people that are like, I'm going to marry a fucking, like a 10-year-old? Why, dude? There's nothing, like, there's no benefit to that. They can't do anything for you. They're literally 10. So that is bad. We do need to do something about that. But at the same time, we needed to leave Afghanistan. The second we left, we knew this was going to happen. So I don't really know. I don't really know what else we could do. We can't really get involved. Can we? Should we? I don't know. Like, I'm not a politician, but I just think we've done enough damage. We've stayed there for 20 years. Wasted so much money, so many lives, so much military resources. Do we really want to do that for much longer? And Trump was going to pull out anyways. It was going to be, if Trump was still in office, it was going to be the Democrats coming on TV to complain about the way he pulled out. And Ted would be on Fox News praising him, defending the pullout. It would be the same fucking deal, dude. It would be the same exact deal. Nothing would be different.
How many Americans and how many green card holders and how many of our allies did they abandon? Because they abandoned them, and many will die, Senator. Those people you're describing will die. They will be murdered brutally.
There are at least hundreds of Americans that they abandoned behind enemy lines. It may be thousands. There are thousands of legal permanent residents in America, green card holders that they abandoned, and there may well be tens of thousands of Afghans who risked their lives helping us, who they abandoned behind enemy lines, and many of them tragically face the risk of torture or death or both.
Senator, you raised the issue about all the billions and billions of dollars of American military might left behind, our equipment, and he actually tried.
We dismantled the equipment. We demilitarized it. It's useless. We rendered it useless. We didn't just leave shit there with the keys in. Imagine. That'd be insane. We just like left like tanks loaded with fucking missiles. Like, here you go. Here you go. Just have these terrorists. We did leave them a lot of loot. That we did. But I do know that we pretty much stripped all of the vehicles.
Tried to make the case that it will not be used against their neighbors. It will not be used against people that they deem to be their enemy. Please tell me, how do I say this nicely? There's no nice way to say it. How can somebody be that ignorant, that stupid, that naive, and that dumb to not believe? Because we already know what's happening with the equipment.
Now, that's exactly right. And he's repeating partisan talking points. Unfortunately, the Biden administration, they're playing the blame game. And their talking point is it's Trump's fault. It's Trump's fault. One Democrat at the hearing today said we should have hearings on George W. Bush, that it's not even just Trump's fault. It's Bush's fault. I mean, they're reaching.
I mean, that's not really a reach. How is that a reach? Bush got us into all this stuff. And you know what? If we're gonna go even further, we're gonna reach even further. We're gonna stretch out like Mr. Fantastic. If we're gonna do that, then how about we blame Dick Cheney, dude? Isn't it his fault? Isn't it really? Didn't it start with Bush and Cheney? So the Democrats aren't really wrong for that. For wanting to have a hearing to hold Bush accountable. He's the one who sent so many people off to war to die and to kill.
For anything except for the actual commander-in-chief that screwed this up. And I got to say, when Blinken today said, well, yes, some $80 billion of American weaponry and vehicles fell into the hands of the Taliban, but it will not be used against us or our allies. What utter nonsense. 33 Black Hawk helicopters. Last I checked, the terrorists didn't start with 33 Black Hawks. And I'll tell you.
They don't have any weaponry in them, and they cannot be reverse engineered. So they will not be flying those Black Hawk helicopters anytime soon.
I'll tell you what may be actually the biggest game changer, because their point on the vehicles is that they don't have the equipment to maintain them. That may be right, so it may be in relatively short order they can't keep them in the air, although with the Chinese or Russians, they could get assistance in helping maintain those vehicles. But what?
The tires are slashed on all of them. They're showing. What, you think the Chinese or the Russians are going to start funding the Taliban? Well, maybe. I don't know. Like, that just seems like... Would they? See, I don't know. It just seems like a big, like, paranoid thing to say. I think we're good. I think we're okay. Like, those helicopters are not going to be, flying anytime soon.
What might be the biggest game changer is there are over 10,000 night vision goggles that the Taliban now has.
Big
if
deal.
you talk to the refugees of Afghanistan, that was really the game changer, that we owned the night, that we could see at night, we could take out the terrorists, and they couldn't. They were blind at night. They now have American night vision goggles, and Americans will die because Joe Biden allowed the Taliban.
What? Because I mean, yeah, that definitely gives them an advantage, but do they, are there chargers? Do they have the chargers for those night vision goggles? Because what if we left all the goggles, but we didn't leave a single charger? Or we left one charger for the night vision goggles. So, like, there's 10,000. So there's like 10,000 night vision goggles. And sorry, I was getting a phone call. But like one charger. So they have to like switch off using like one pair. And everyone takes turns charging theirs. And like by the time the one pair is out of batteries, the next one is ready. So literally just one dude gets to use night vision goggles. Ted's like, They own the night now. It's like one dude just like, can you guys see what I'm seeing? No? Oh, okay. Oh, they just died. Oh, we gotta go back. I mean, I know that's probably not the case, but we're not going back. We're not going back. And Ted can blame Joe Biden all he wants, because we know he loves to do that, so that, like, I don't know what he plans on accomplishing with that. But Trump was going to pull out the same exact way. Biden was literally going through with the plan that Trump put into place. So it's all just bullshit when Ted comes on and starts talking about these things. Alright, so what we're going to do now, well, first I'm going to use the bathroom, and then we're going to do Keeping Up with the Karens. In one sec.
2 hours later.
Today you a lesbian girl, me too. Yeah, girls love. Oh, okay. Are we back? Here we go. What do we got here? What's going on? Oh yeah, we're doing Keeping Up with the Karens. That's right. We need like an intro song for that. You know, yeah, Keeping Up with the Karens. That wasn't good. That was horrible. See, this is why I haven't made music lately. I have nothing. I have nothing creatively right now. Okay, so what was I gonna do? Let me see.
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, that was cool. What's this one? Oh, no, that one's loud. Okay, yeah, so there's some Karens. We gotta keep up with them. So here's one that I saw yesterday. It's at Arizona State. These white dudes with like support the police, back the blue type clothes on, Blue Lives Matter type thing. Went into the multicultural center at their school, and we're seeing the encounter between students of color and these weird white dudes that wanted to incite some shit.
Did you spell? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
What did I do wrong?
You have it, baby. You're offensive.
And he's got the Chick-fil-A with him. Oh, so this dude is all kinds of problematic.
Police lives matter?
You have the same sticker. We're just trying to do school.
What?
You guys have the same sticker of the other.
But this is our students by saying.
Wait, sorry.
That
This isn't.
Understand what I'm.
We're getting kicked out. Can't do school.
Wait. I fasted forward.
Just trying to do school.
What?
Same sticker of the other.
But this is our space.
We've got a Police Lives Matter sticker and we're getting kicked out. Can't do school. You just said we have to leave.
No, I said we're making this space
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable. But you're right. Do you understand what a multicultural space? It means you're not being centered.
White's not a culture?
No, it's not a culture. It's white is.
White's not a culture? White's not a culture? Dude, oh my god. I hate these guys. I hate these guys so much. It's not even funny. Like, with the Police Lives Matter, you have the same sticker. Referring to her Black Lives Matter sticker on her computer. You're in the multicultural center. What, white isn't a culture? No, white is a movement that has caused problems. White is... No, I'm sounding like those clubhouse rooms I've been listening in on. I was going to call it a disease. I'm sorry, white people.
It's not a culture. Say it again to the camera. You think whiteness is a culture?
This is insane.
So anyways, this is the violence that ASU does, and this is the type of people that they protect, okay? This white man thinks he can take up our space, and this is why we need a multicultural space, because they think they can get away with this shit.
I'm gonna sit here the whole time and you can find somebody to kick me out.
That's cool. We
We're not
will.
kicking you out. We're asking you to leave if you have any consideration for people of color and our marginalized
They clearly don't.
That I can go?
Yeah, the whole rest of the campus, the second floor, the first floor, the whole MU, every single part of the campus centers you. This is the only space that you're not centered, and you're still trying to center yourself, which is peak white cis male bullshit.
Oh, you're not.
You are racist. Your sticker is racist.
I'm not racist. I'm just studying. Chooses to sit in the multicultural center decked in Police Lives Matter gear. Eating Chick-fil-A. Well, Chick-fil-A is not racist as far as I know, but still, that's fucked up. Chick-fil-A, I don't eat there. I'm very against them. I hear it's delicious. I do. But I'm very, very anti-Chick-fil-A.
It's because police, that's a job. You can choose to be a police. I don't choose to be black. Okay? No, you can choose to be a cop. You can choose to kill people with a badge, and you're protecting that shit, which means that you're racist.
I wasn't trying to defend you guys.
I know, but this offends us automatically because these people kill people like me and like us, right? So you're promoting our murderers. So please just don't do that.
Sticker affecting you negatively. We're just trying to do your work.
Thank you.
So why should that bother you?
Because, do you understand that Police Lives Matter was in response to Black Lives Matter?
I pay the same fucking tuition as you. Yep.
Hold on, but
yeah, that's fine, and you have everywhere. You have.
I'm working 60 hours a week while going to school because my parents don't just give me money.
It doesn't.
Okay.
What does that have to do with you? You could sit anywhere else. I work 60 hours a week because my parents won't give me money. Okay, well, they're not your therapists here. They're just asking you to go sit not in the multicultural center with your harmful fucking stickers and your hateful ass shit, because you're intentionally inciting racial tensions. You're intentionally exacerbating things by doing this. And it's obvious to everybody. So just give it up. Give it up. Go somewhere else and stop.
It doesn't matter. You have a second floor.
My skin doesn't matter to me. Who are you? I don't care about what color your skin is.
You can get out of here if you're going to be yelling at people because
This is our space.
This is our space.
We made this fucking space. We had to work for 5 years to make this space.
We worked for 5 years for ASU to build a multicultural space.
This was
like white supremacist, like narratives about like police lives matter is saying.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, Police Lives Matter sticker. Huge Police Lives Matter sticker. Yeah, good luck reselling that computer in the future. No one's gonna want it.
Yeah, it's affiliated with white nationalists.
It is.
They're just sitting here to study, and you guys went out of your way to inconvenience.
Because this is our space. We fought for this shit for 5 years, since 2016. You have no idea about the labor that was created to create this space and his.
So we're saying you're
no, we can't. You're violent, dude.
You don't have that fucking sticker.
We're saying you're
fuck America, bro. America was created on genocide and slavery. Look at his face. Obviously, never.
That is the point. That is all.
Yeah, and the point is that studying. This is.
We're here to study. We're here to study. I know ASU is a pretty big campus. As far as I know, that's a big school. So they specifically picked this spot. And they want to act dumb, like, oh, I just trying to study. I'm just trying to study in the multicultural center with my Police Lives Matter gear. Fucking shithead.
This is not a space just for studying. This is a space for multiculturalism.
We're gonna kill black people. We need to defund and defast in our community. So now we're saying.
Shut the fuck up.
So you're not getting homework done. You're not getting homework done.
You guys are gonna be.
We're not getting homework done. You're making people feel uncomfortable. So can you go? It's just that simple. People are feeling uncomfortable by your sticker. Just like if I had
we're racist.
I hate white people thing on. That's the same thing as this Police Lives Matter. So you're making people uncomfortable. You can go.
Seriously,
I was just studying. I pay the same fucking tuition.
This is just white man telling black people, fuck you.
You don't buy this building?
Cussing out black people. You just pooped yourself.
I'm an employee.
I don't care where you work for. You can't kick us out of here.
I just told you to shut the fuck up because you're making me feel unsafe in this space.
There's no such white people. There's no such thing as reverse racism. So have fun thinking that we are the racist ones. No such thing.
He's not white. He doesn't have to. Just the white people.
David.
No, we're not saying white people have to leave.
We never said white people need to go anywhere. We said.
Let's go to the dean's office.
Go ahead. Go to the dean's office. Go ahead. You can learn about this shit.
Go, Karen.
You can learn about the history. Go ahead, Karen. Go to the dean.
The big black people scared me out. No, we didn't.
You bullied us out, but
no, you said you caused the scene. You caused the scene.
You are unaware of history, and it's ridiculous.
Okay. I'm unaware of history. I probably have a further degree than any of you.
Try PhD. So, anyways, we're here. We had to protect the space because ASU wasn't. And you know, like we fought for this space. It was years of organizing, and we're not gonna just let some white supremacists change that. So, anyways, that's why we're here. Yeah, they're gonna make a scene and go talk to their Karens and all of that. But you know, it's important to recognize why we have to do that and what a multicultural space means. Because multiculturalism doesn't mean that, oh, we all come together and hold hands. It means that you provide space and you protect the most marginalized. And shit like that makes this space uncomfortable.
He threatened us that he will go to the dean. We'll see what he'll say to the dean. And we'll see how the dean reacts to this.
Sorry, I actually came in. But yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like, this shit happens way too often.
And now we'll see who ASU prioritizes. Students of color in our only fucking room in this campus are white cis men who are threatening black students by saying police lives matter. That doesn't matter. Can you leave?
No.
Okay, you don't want to leave? That's fine.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Perfect.
And
I'm
we're
not.
saying this is a multicultural space. You're making us uncomfortable, and you're saying you don't want to go.
What?
You're saying you don't want to go. But you're just saying
you're not a minority culture.
We're saying like as.
What's your culture, bro?
Yeah, tell us about your culture. What's white culture? Stealing things from people? Colonization, co-optation, theft, occupation.
It's like one of the most unracist countries.
Oh my
Oh my god. Now we know what his thoughts on the world are. America is one of the most unracist countries. What are you talking about, dude? This country was literally built off of racism. Remember when we used to own people just because of the color of their skin? Remember that shit? I don't, because I'm Korean. I wasn't a part of that shit, you idiot. That was you. That was on you. America's one of the least racist countries. Yeah, okay. Let's go. Let's put you on Find Your Roots, that HBO show, and see how many of your family members were slave owners, brother. Brother. America's one of the least racist countries. Yeah, okay. Okay, dude. That's why black people are still getting killed and jailed like an unfair amount. That's why Asian people are being attacked in the streets. That's why immigrants are being held under a fucking bridge and being whipped around like cattle. Yeah, America's one of the least racist countries. Shut the fuck up, dude. Is he gonna leave?
Unracist country.
He better leave. He looks like he's packing his shit up, but
then this is what we mean about who are you centering? Who are you centering?
Black people in the times of racism.
Don't speak my name.
You don't even.
There's no difference in what you do bullying me and leaving this place than what happened in the times of racism.
We didn't bully you. We asked you to leave.
You guys can't. I can't even do my school. You came over here and said that I'm offending.
Bro, you can do your schoolwork anywhere in the building, just not here. That's all right.
I didn't notice. I just.
There's something we can agree on, though.
But yeah, something we can agree on, but probably for different reasons.
Anyways, another day of trying to defend this space.
Feel better by making your group less diverse. Doesn't make sense.
Oh wow. Okay, so diversity is about including more white people.
Oh yeah, diversity is now about including white men.
Okay, you have the whole campus. I mean, you have the whole campus.
I figured you're just an asshole.
Alright, so they left. They left. That's good. Wait, what is this? Dare? This next one is a Dare representative. Wait, let me take a second to address this. This was a long one. The Multicultural Center being invaded by by a cis white male. That's some fucked up shit to be doing. White people, if you have nothing better to do, they planned that out. They're like in Topher's dorm or whatever, like, yo, you know what we should do, man? we should go down and sit in the Multicultural Center. Yeah, man. Yo, you know how like we don't get girls at all? You know how like girls won't talk to us? Yeah, so like let's go sit in there. Let's go sit in the Multicultural Center and make girls not want to talk to us even more once they see how shitty we are. And all their multicultural friends tell them about us. And yeah. So like no, I don't know what I'm saying. But that's ridiculous. You have a huge college campus where you can do your studies, and you choose the one spot that isn't about white people to try to make it about white people. It's a fucked up protest, dude. Like that's not cool. They can ask you to leave. It's their Multicultural Center. You're not multicultural. You're white. White isn't a culture. White is white. White is a weapon that people use to enslave others, to control others.
You can donate $50 and I'll let you go.
Dude, anybody that wears a mask is a traitor to the United States.
What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
You're a traitor to freedom across the world.
People are not comfortable talking to you if you don't have a mask on. It's my job.
Look, kids get expelled from school if they don't wear masks.
I don't give a shit. I'm not in school.
That's tyranny, dude. They're abusing little kids. So you're enabling that, bro.
Whatever, bro.
How does it feel? How does it feel to be a tyrant, bro?
Hey, bro, don't walk away. I need your name. You can either delete that video or you could donate $50.
This guy's triggered.
He's triggered because shut the fuck up, you little bitch.
What are you gonna do about it?
Nothing. I'm not about to assault you and go to jail. I got shit to lose, unlike you. You're out here with no job, just walking around recording people, bitch ass.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Fuck you.
All right.
So you're gonna donate or are you gonna sign a
You're
release?
the beta wearing a mask, dude.
A beta wearing a mask?
Yeah, betas wear masks.
Bro,
Yo, betas wear masks, bro. Bro, okay, so wait. I don't like that these guys are working for the DARE program, but I do like that they're wearing masks. That is nice of them to be doing that. But this dude's coming up to them, yeah, you guys are beta? Oh, and he's wearing a Trump 2024 t-shirt. That's fantastic. Wow, aren't people great in this country? Isn't this such a great, intelligent, wonderful country? Where, yeah, white is a culture. Yeah, white, yeah, this is white culture. This guy. You can't see him, but he's got, like I said, Trump 2024 t-shirt. He's got a blonde mustache. He's wearing his hat up. Like a, I don't know. But this is...
Then why don't you put me in my place? I'm talking to you like an alpha. What
If
you gonna
this
do?
was like 200 years ago, I would love to, bro, but...
That's crazy, because it's 2021. You totally could, but you're not.
We can't just fight people like on the street.
You're a pussy.
I wish we could. Dude.
Pussy.
I really wish
Pussy.
we could, but we can't do
Pussy.
it.
What is going on? They're both fools.
Keep wearing that mask.
I will. Stupid bitch. See ya.
They're about to fight.
Anti-vaxxers harassing White Spot staff. White Spot is a restaurant? Oh, I was like, wait, what? What is a White Spot? Like, no, that's a restaurant. It's called White Spot. Okay. I don't know. That must be like a chain in an area that I'm not from.
I think you need to leave. They're just doing their job. You need to leave.
I'm leaving because I know that this lady is doing her job. I'm not. You're
Karen.
Have you got
Karen?
Can I see your badge?
Karen. Hi, Karen. Karen. Going on the internet.
Yeah, she's got her camera out and everything. She is a Karen. The sweater. All three of them. This is like the three horsemen of the apocalypse. Let me just take a picture of this real quick. Literally, like, that is such a good picture. Oh my god. I'm posting that later. Wait, I gotta airdrop that to myself before I forget. Share. Airdrop to... Where's my... Sent. Cool. Alright. I have that for later. Sorry, everyone.
I'm gonna put you blast you all over the internet.
That's okay because I got you as well, right? So what would be the purpose of that? Shouldn't we respect each other's individual choices?
Go. If you don't have the vaccine, then go. You can't leave here. It's that simple. If you don't have your vaccine, that's when it's time to leave.
Is this communist China? Is that where you want to head?
Is this communist China? Is that where you want to head? You're not making a difference, lady. You're really not. Like, this isn't doing anything at all. It's accomplishing nothing. And honestly, I have to say...
Shut your fucking mouth! Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
If you have the vaccine, why do you care if I have it? If the vaccine works and isn't killing people, then why not?
That's their argument. If you have it, then why do you care if I have it? Because you are spreading shit, dude. You're spreading your fucking unvaccinated virus fucking shit all over the place. The vaccine reduces transmission. It may not stop it completely, but it reduces it. I made the analogy about the mosquito repellent last week. Still waiting for someone to be like, well, they don't mandate mosquito repellent. And it's like, yeah, that's true, but one day they will. When global warming gets so bad and mosquitoes are eating people alive, or just giving them all kinds of diseases, then yeah, you're gonna want your mosquito repellent and your vaccines.
You're welcome here. You're not making much sense. You're an outlaw white.
No. You can put your phone away. That'd be very nice, thank you. Well, no, this will be evidence when I take action against White Spot for their tyranny.
Oh, taking action against White Spot for following the public health order that's been mandated in British Columbia?
You know they're unlawful.
So why don't you take that up with the government instead?
Educate yourself.
I'm actually very well educated, but you don't need to harass the people who are working here.
How do you think we feel being turned away from
I understand that, but you know what? They're doing their job.
Because I'm choosing not to take an experimental vaccine.
So don't take an experimental vaccine.
So in the meantime,
that's fine. Order takeout and go sit in the parking lot.
You need to put some critical.
Go sit in your car and order for pickup. Because those are the rules here.
Rules.
Guess what? It's their establishment. They get to.
She goes, so they go, those are the rules here. And she goes, rules. What does that mean? What does that mean? You're just repeating a word back to them. Rules. Yeah, that's what she said. Those are the rules.
Do what they want, and they're choosing.
It's a public
They're
establishment.
choosing.
They've got a license and they're open to the public.
And to the public, they choose to serve.
No.
If somebody came in here with no shoes on, they're not being able to be served.
Okay,
if
so
somebody comes in here,
if I come in without shoes on, it doesn't affect my medical situation.
And you're going to be asked to leave.
My shoes are not protected.
Okay. Well, you can have a discussion with the police. Have a great day.
I deal with the police.
I deal with the police. Oh my god. Oh, this is a long little compilation, but holy shit, that stresses me out. Oh my god. How are people this dumb? The brain worms are just ridiculous. It's really bad. Okay, what's this? Woman goes off on Lyft driver. Yeah, so when you're in a Lyft or an Uber, there's usually a dash cam going, and that records at all times. So you don't want to be like, don't be a dickhead in an Uber or a Lyft. Just don't be a dickhead in general, but I'm talking in this context about a ride-sharing service. Yeah.
What's happening? Excuse me, sir. What is happening? I'm talking to you. Where are we going? This is not the normal way. Okay, so now you're starting to scare me. This is why I hate Lyft. Where are we going?
I'm just following the map. I'm just following the map, man.
I've never gone this route.
Hey guys, it's the fastest way.
The Lyft drivers that I've taken before have never taken me this route. Is there any way you can request a woman's driver? You can't.
No, I'm just following the map.
Gotcha. Thought it said something about rerouting.
No, but if you knew a faster way, you should just let me know.
I'm from California. Okay, I forgot your name. I'm from California. I've been out here 6 weeks. I don't know what the fuck I'm at. I know this is not the way that I've ever gone. My husband doesn't take me this way. The Lyft drivers don't take me this way. You're so strange. Just understand where I'm coming from.
I understand, man, but I'm just following the map.
Gotcha.
I can't go any other way besides where the map tells me.
Gotcha. Well, I thought I heard a beep boop and it reroute.
I'm sorry?
And I saw you do something to the phone.
I thought I heard a beep boop and a reroute. What? I thought I heard a beep boop and a reroute. That's hilarious. I'm sorry. The future is now, guys. The future is now, where you're in a cab and the passenger says, I thought I heard a beep boop and a reroute. It's like Like a Key and Peele skit. It's a Keegan-Michael Key character. Let me fix the volume real quick. I have such bad OCD about the volume.
So I don't know if you did something. I thought I saw you reach up. I thought I heard a noise. I thought I saw you reach up. And if you change something, then it's going to reroute you wherever you want me to go.
No, I can't reroute the map myself. There's nothing I can do. I just
Gotcha. I just don't like male driving. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Okay.
And it hurts. And
This is stressing me out.
I got a dash cam here, ma'am, on me.
Gotcha.
I'm not me.
It's just scary times right now. You gotta. You need to understand my perspective. I heard a noise that sound, and I thought it said reroute, and then I saw you touching the phone. So This is what the fuck is wrong with men in general.
Okay,
I just want to let you know.
I'm listening, man.
Because I'm like getting ready to get divorced because my husband won't listen.
I'm listening, man.
But you're not, because every sentence that I'll start talking and you'll interject.
Okay.
That's a real chauvinistic tendency that most men have.
I apologize.
I'm doing it right now. I'm literally in the middle of a sentence, and you can't wait for me to, be quiet to say something.
No, I'm just apologizing.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Women are tired of not being heard. Period.
The mask is coming down.
Sometimes that means men need to STF you completely. It's chauvinistic, it's possessive, it's weird, and it's controlling when we can't get a sentence out without you talking over us.
Well, in my experience, women do that to men. Or maybe it's just my partner. I don't know.
What the fuck are you laughing at?
Oh, what the fuck? Wait, what is this one?
Who are you laughing at? Who are you laughing at?
Oh my god, ow, that's so loud.
What are you laughing at? You having a laugh? Don't fucking laugh at me! You've just near crashed into me! Wing mirrors! I'll put this fucking hammer over your head, whether your kids are in the car or not. Don't fucking laugh at me, you fucking cheeky cunt, yeah? Do what the fuck you want! Do what the fuck you want, you silly... You're crashing to me again and laughing at a fuck, yeah? It's naughty. I know, very naughty girl, baby.
Hi, good
We
morning.
just wanted to come eat. We require a mask. I understand that there's no mandate.
Oh yeah, we saw this one. Alright, we can stop there. Jesus. Honestly, that stressed me out a lot. Like, a lot. Oh my god. That's just, oh man. Oh yeah, so, now we're gonna go into, what are we doing next? Are we doing relationship advice? Or am I the asshole? I don't know. Let's look at our relationship advice. Because those are fun. Yo, holy fuck. I've just read 5 of these that I don't have advice for. They are horrible. And wow. Holy fuck. Let me see. Me and my wife had a threesome. Is it selfish to not want to date anyone with children? No. Because you don't want kids, and why would you do that? My 28 boyfriend, 28, follows hundreds of girls on Reddit, and it grosses me out. Let me see. Let me see. Boyfriend broke up with me over email. Shit, man. I don't. Partner charged me for cigarettes following crisis. Oh, yeah, none of these are, like, good. A lot of these are, like, horrible, like, straight up just scary. I have good friends that I used to like romantically. My girlfriend wants me to stop interacting with them. Um, well, uh, girl I do not like is obsessed with me and is not cute. Oh, that's mean. But if that's the case, then that sucks, dude. All right. Let me see. Jeez, these are long as fuck. Sorry. Oh, this one is right up my alley. As the leader and founder of the OCD support group on Clubhouse, which just hit 1,000 members yesterday. That was really cool. I think this is a good one. So, a crush while in a relationship. Hi everyone, I struggle with OCD regarding intrusive thoughts, so I tend to overthink to a point where I don't know if I'm being logical or not, so here I am. My partner, 18 female, and I, 19 female, often check in on our boundaries, so it is safe to say we have spoken about the fact that I get crushes on people sometimes. They said they are okay with it. To be clear, my definition of a crush does not involve any emotional attachment, but a crush for me is someone I am attracted to. My crushes are purely physical and are people I find attractive, which is why I think they are okay with it. They also mentioned that just because they are okay with that doesn't mean that they like to hear about it, so I keep it all to myself. I totally understand. That was background info. Today, my partner and I are totally in love. We just started going to college together, me a sophomore and them a freshman. We've been adjusting to it all, so we have not been connecting as much, but we've been trying our best, and I think it's going great. We've been together for over 2 years. The other day, we went to a house party where my partner introduced me to a friend they met that night. I'm not sure if it was the alcohol in me or not, but I found them attractive. I remember looking at them in the mosh pit, chasing after them with my partner to say goodbye, and asking my partner about what they were texting back when our friend group and us were figuring out what to do after the party. Ever since the morning after, I felt extremely guilty. I've been good about keeping my crushes in my head, but even though I didn't flirt or make a move, I feel that I acted on it by not keeping it all in my head, looking for them, asking about them. I feel so terrible for doing any of that anywhere near my partner. I almost feel as if I've been unfaithful. Like I said, my partner doesn't really like to discuss crushes. But what if what I did is unfaithful? If I've been unfaithful, I should tell them. But I fear that I'm just stupidly overthinking and that I will bring up this crush that she doesn't want to talk about and hurt her feelings for no reason while she thinks it's not a big deal that I did all of that. I don't have any intention of doing anything about this stupid attraction for that person, and I definitely learned how even thinking about someone else like that around my partner does not feel good. I don't ever want to have a crush ever again. My partner is the only person I want to be with. Any advice? Should I tell my partner about this physical attraction, or should I learn from it and move on? Should I tell my partner that I wanted to be around the crush, say goodbye, and explain why I asked about them? Any advice would help. Thanks for reading. Well, as much as communication and honesty is very important in a relationship, OCD does make us overthink things like this. If I were to see somebody that, so if I were hanging out with my partner and, she introduced me to somebody, one of her friends, and in my head I was like, wow, this is a hot young lady. Then, maybe a couple years ago, I would be freaking out about that in the same way. Like, oh my God, like, what does this mean for my relationship? Is this ruined? Is it all over? Like, do I have to end it all? Is everything built on a lie because of me? Like, I would totally be in that situation, because OCD makes you have these intrusive thoughts, which make you question everything in your life and make you not trust yourself and your relationships. So a lot of this is your OCD talking. So it's not something that you have to talk to them about, especially if you know that you're not going to act upon it. I think the best thing to do would be to see a therapist. So, like, let's say this happened to me right now, and I'm on Zoloft now, and I'm in therapy, so those things have been very helpful. And like I said, like, Ashley introduced me to someone. I was like, wow, this is a hot young lady. I just, first off, I keep that to myself. Okay. Secondly, that doesn't mean anything. Like, you can think somebody is good looking and be like, damn, but still, like, no, like, well, I go home to my partner and I love my partner and I wouldn't do anything with anybody but my partner. So, like, you can't help that. Like, I see, every time I see Doja Cat, I'm like frozen in time. Okay? And Ashley knows that. But like that doesn't mean I would leave her for Doja Cat. Right? Right? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That was so fucking... I was gonna, like, pause for much longer. Like, wait, right?
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
So what you gotta do is just acknowledge, if anybody's going through this, just acknowledge, yes, I had that thought. That does not mean that I'm the type of person to impulsively act on just a strictly physical attraction like that. And as long as you know that, and you tell yourself that, and you trust yourself, and your actions speak louder than your thoughts, then you're in the clear, my dear. I was just trying to make it rhyme. But there you go. That's what I have to say. Now, before we go, we're going to take a look at the Herman Cain Awards. Oh, here it is. Bob was 68 years old. His wife had just celebrated a major milestone, 5 years cancer-free. His son gave the virus to him. He died 2 weeks after developing symptoms. 5 days later, his wife also died. His daughter was put in the ICU. He receives his Herman Cain Award with distinction. So, let's look at his post. So, April 29th, 2020, coronavirus hype, biggest political hoax in history. That's his first post on this. Oh, there's like 19 fucking things on this. I've been going to physical therapy for a few weeks. Friday they called and said I have to start wearing a mask starting today. Really? I thought we were winding down, not ramping up. Oh, this is May of 2020. Yeah, good one. Oh well, I have a mask and I'll wear it if that's what they want. My therapist and I were talking about it. We both think it's foolish at this point in time. She leaned over and whispered in my ear, "You don't have to wear it if you don't want to. We're not forcing anyone to wear one that doesn't have one or refuses to wear one. I kept mine on because I don't want to be a rebel or a troublemaker, but it's hard to exercise when you can't breathe good and your glasses keep fogging up. Life goes on. It will get better, won't it?" People complaining. Yeah, I mean, like, that one I kind of get. Just having, like, when I go in, I have to wear the mask. It fogs up my glasses all the time. But I have anti-fog spray for that. You have to adapt. Let's see him get radicalized over time. The new normal is a constant phrase we're being brainwashed into accepting by politicians. Oh no. A guide to staying safe. Rioting in massive crowd. Screaming at grandma outside Trump rally. Oh my god. Imagine a vaccine so safe you have to be threatened to take it. Oh my god. It's December 2020. For a disease so deadly you have to be tested to know you have it. What? These are ridiculous posts. The greatest weapon is not a gun or a bomb. It is the control of information. To control the world's information is to manipulate all the minds that consume it. It's so ironic because the information that he was getting on Facebook is what killed him. Woodstock occurred in the middle of a pandemic. What? Obviously, it turned out okay then, not like our situation. Obviously, this is much worse. What does this say? Super spreader event. No cause for concern. Oh. Okay, so he's just showing pictures of people in cages. 14 diseases we've controlled thanks to vaccine. Wait, I've been seeing this more and more. Well, I essentially agree with it. I believe it's misleading. First of all, vaccines have proven good in preventing most of these. With COVID, they're saying it probably won't prevent it, only make it a little harder to catch. Well, okay. Well, he's just complaining. So what's the point? Saying don't get it at all? Even if it only reduces the spread, even if it reduces the symptoms, why wouldn't you get it? Because if you don't have it, you're gonna fucking die. Bob, 68 years old, died and then wife died. Let me go towards the end here. I would never tell other people not to get vaccinated. It's just that I don't plan on getting it, and I think this meme is misleading. And then he says that his wife has been 5 years cancer-free. And then an anti-mask post. When the state shuts down millions of private businesses but doesn't lay off a single government employee, it's not about your health. Oh no. When the state bans dentist visits because they're unsafe, but deems abortion visits are safe, it's not about your health. Oh, so this is a politically charged post. Oh, God. And then Biden, open border policy, political cartoons. And then August 14th, ugh, sick. Don't think it's COVID, but we'll probably get tested. 36 hours so far, hopefully 24-hour bug, and it's winding down. More water and back to bed later. I wanted to extend my condolences to Bob. Oh, he passed away to COVID a few days ago. His wife just went into the hospital, is okay physically for now. His daughter is out of the ICU, expected to... Oh, they all got COVID. They all got COVID. And then, to provide an update, Carol passed away this morning, 9/17. R.I.P. R.I.fucking-P. Wow. R.I.P. Bob. That's gonna do it. that's going to do it for the Short News Podcast today. Have a great rest of your week. I'll see you guys towards the end of it. I love you very much. See you in a couple days. Peace.
Shut your fucking mouth! Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Hi, I'm Alex Madore, and I want to talk to you about something serious. Something terrible happened last week during these already terrifying times. Somebody lied to us. And I'm not talking about Donald Trump. I'm not talking about the government. I'm not even talking about Tom Cruise. No. I'm talking about Doja Cat. Last week, Doja Cat tweeted that she would show her boobs if Say So got #1. Now, obviously, everyone was all over that, playing that shit on every single device as many times as possible because they were promised titties. I played the song. I thought it was a good song. I think it's very catchy. But I was promised tits. And what happens?
Oh my god! I just realized I have to show my boobs real hard. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I did play you. I'm not showing my boobs real hard, man. You got fucking played. You got fucking played. Look at yourself.
Oh, I've looked at myself plenty of times, Doja Cat. I wake up and I look in the mirror every day and what I see isn't tits. Definitely not the ones I was promised for playing Say So. But my promise to you, yes, there is a upside to all of this. My promise to you is that if you elect me President of the United States, I will make it completely illegal, punishable by death sentence, to promise somebody boobies and it to turn out to be just to get plays. Yeah, I didn't just come up with this right now. This is serious shit. So, to all you people that were thinking of not voting, how about you go to your local poll this November with a mask on and write in Alex fucking Madore. I'll get those titties for you. That is my campaign promise.
Alex Madore, holding Doja Cat accountable. Titties 2020.
Sign up for WynnBET Sportsbook at WYNNBet.com today using promo code BlueWire to get up to $1,000 toward a risk-free sports bet. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBET.com. Must be 21 or older and present in the state where playthrough WynnBET is available. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.